to another episode of Soul Gambler. I'm Daggers, and last we left off, we are in Dublin, and we are waiting for Peg, who is our soulmate, I guess? Not really soulmate, we just kind of met her in a pub, and she was really nice, and we hit it off really well, so we're going to meet her in this pub. It's lucky that I found her in Dublin. So, hi, how can I help you, fellow? This pub has an interesting name, The Cursed Soul. This is a typical pub with an unusual history. In the early 20th century, a famous master brewer built this place. He always dreamed of having a pub, share the joy and help people create bonds, he said. But he was always broke. He loved to gamble and he always lost everything. One day he said, well, he didn't lose the bar. One day he said he had won a big bet and had all the money he needed. But he was not happy. And why not? Perhaps because of the emptiness we feel after getting what one wants in exchange for who we are. That is quite fitting. The fact is that he committed suicide on the opening day. That is macabre. Even more macabre than... I obviously don't know what macabre is. I'm guessing dark humor. Is that he changed the name to the pub at short notice. The Cursed Soul wasn't the original name. He said the new name was to represent the price he paid for the pub to last forever. I feel like this is the same curse that's on me right now. Well, the pub is still here, firm and strong after all this time. Now you tell me, fellow, what did you think that happens when someone commits suicide? The person just dies. You're quite a skeptical fellow. Well, got that straight. Death is the end. There's nothing after that. After knowing all that you know, do you still believe in that? If you knew what I have seen in recent days, you would know that this is all just madness. Madness, you say? This is Sparta! Old references, old. Madness is denying the truth that unfolds before your very eyes. Well, okay, so I know that there's a witch, I know that I have a soul, I know that I can spend my soul for other things because I made a pact with said witch, and I know that there's a realm outside of our reality, but that doesn't mean that there's a hell, and it doesn't mean that when you die, your soul goes somewhere. You're assuming too much when you think that. Out of fear of the unknown. No, not out of fear of the unknown. Out of what I've observed. No need to look so serious. If I could tell you what happened to me, you would know why I am so serious. I always do that. I tell the story of the pub, and I ask the same question. But I'll never forget the answer that an old lady gave me. What did she say? That a person who commits suicide leaves a part of their soul behind forever. And that part of the soul transforms itself and becomes something new, separated from its source. And spends its days there, working to prevent other people from making the same mistake. Hold on, does that mean the green and brown-eyed guy is Wagner? I've heard stories of this kind. And she said more. She said that some witches are able to trap and enslave those souls, and use them to influence others. They speak things in other people's ears, convincing them to do things they don't want to do. Pacts, trades, betting. That woman is very creative. Creative indeed. Creativity is the most underrated tool, and the most powerful one. It is through creativity that we see through the mirror of reality and unveil the truth. Makes sense. You still have much to learn, Faust. How do you know my name? I heard it the last time. Don't you remember? No. Last time, but I have never been here. It's okay, fellow, by the way. You may call me Garson. I am not feeling well. I am feeling some kind of vertigo. Hey, look at that! Well, well, well. I was wondering when you would show up again. Did you miss me, honey? That bartender seems to know some things. Now I know what you are. Another slave of the witch. Such harsh words for a boy. This is how you think of me for having helped you so much? Helped? All you did was give me stupid ideas. Ah, but I also gave you good advice. More than I could have given. It is your fault if you only listened to the bad ones. Anyway, I'm very close to getting rid of her. And you will help me? And why would I help you? One hand washes the other, as you would say. I want to get rid of her. And you too. Okay, I'm listening. I can't go into details now. She may listen. She vanished and I was again alone with the bartender. Enough talking. You came here to drink? A beer would be great, please. I am on it, fellow! Hey, look! It's Peg! I had barely taken the first sip when she appeared. You started without me? I'll have to run to catch you. It wasn't meant for me to be in Dublin, but I was, and so was she. I was already wondering if I had chosen the wrong pub. I knew she was one of my soulmates. I think the term soulmate implies that there is only one. But she is definitely she's definitely someone of interest, and that she was somehow important. I told you I'm terrible with schedules. I thought about how everything seemed to fit. So, what are you thinking about Dublin? Probably the same as you. I haven't had time to see much yet. I went to my hotel, which is kind of far away, slept a bit, and came here. We spoke for hours. It was amazing how well things worked between us. Almost as if we had to strain ourselves not to get intimate too fast. This was only... Why would you hold back? This was only the second time I talked to her, but it felt like we had known each other for a lifetime. Fate is never that simple. I called the bartender to ask for a cigarette. Why would I do that? I don't smoke. May I have a cigarette? Take one of mine, just because you're a nice guy. I only smoke when I'm drunk. Are you drunk? I also smoke when I'm nervous. What is this face? Why did I meet you right now? Since I met you, I kept thinking about you. I know, and you know it. It wasn't just you that felt that way, right? No. I know that. That's what scares me. Hey, fellas, the pub will be closing in half an hour, so I'm leaving. Are you going too? I'll take you home. Of course. Who wouldn't leave me alone with all those drunks on the street? Never. You know I'm a gentleman. Good night, kids. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, don't worry. After a walk in which we talk about anything, we were both in her hotel room. Done. Now you're in the room. Your room. Mission accomplished. Fast, you know nothing. Oh, yes, okay. The romance! I said nothing more, and neither did she. It was not necessary. Making love to her made me feel whole again. Indeed. I still can't believe I found you here. Of all the times we could have met, of all the moments we could have had to know each other, there are too many coincidences. I love when coincidences come one after another. If you were not here, if I was not here, other coincidences would have brought us together. But definitely, I don't need to tell you all this, you feel. Yeah, I do. It's really comforting. It's comforting, but also scary. Changing is always scary. However, I do believe that when the changing process starts, the best you can do is to stop struggling. I'm gonna make the best I can. I have no idea of what I've been through. You have no. I know you are running away, and I know that you think this is the only solution and that you're not able to face this. But you are. You can do it. He is like shocked as hell that she knows. You are the master of your own destiny, master of your will. Yeah, I am really running away. I want to stay with you. I don't know how to explain, but I feel we both need to be together. But I don't want to see you involved in the mess my life became. This is what we are going to do. Every month I will come back to that pub. At the same day, at the same hour. Whenever you get to solve whatever you have to, you may find me there. You'll meet someone else, someone less complicated and not as troubled as myself. Look, that might eventually happen. I'm not a stone to die alone, forsaken. But whenever I get to know that you are available, alone, I really feel some pity for the poor guy who might be with me. It was impossible to disguise the smile on my face. I'm gonna grab something to drink. She stood up, filled a glass, and gave me to drink. To celebrate. To finding each other. And to the solution of your problems. Which might be, you know what I mean. I looked deep into her eyes, her beautiful smile, her eyes seeing through me. I sipped the drink and blacked out. Oh no, I missed my flight! When I woke up, I was still in the bedroom. But not the same bedroom. It was like the dark reality, the textures was alike. But it was different, beautiful. And in my chest glowed a weird symbol emitting a blue light. Hello, Faust. So she also didn't seem to be the same as before. How are you feeling? Surprisingly well. Well, it makes sense. You've just got back a large part of your soul. Wow, I did, actually! Holy crap! I thought it was impossible to recover the soul. Please, darling, learn nothing is impossible. There are many ways you can recover your soul. Most of them have to do with sex, and you, honey, just made love to your soulmate. You're not the same as before. Yes and no, things are not as simple and unified as you would like to believe. You seem nicer. No, I'm kinder. Being kinder isn't the same as being nicer. Where's Peg? She's already gone. However, she left you a small gift. What's this? Think a little. That girl, she is a tattoo maker, isn't she? That girl really knew what she was doing. Wait! She knocked me unconscious, then gave me a tattoo. What? I think she really likes you. I think she's a little crazy now, okay? She gave me Faust really likes it, so great. I mean, I guess everything worked out, but seriously, what kind of person knocks someone out and then gives them a tattoo? What the hell? She made a tattoo in me while I was sleeping. She's not— Yeah, seriously! But she was right. You need to stop running away. You need to face that gypsy witch, face to face. And how should I be able to do that? I hate to repeat what she said to you many times, but you know, Faust, you know. The room returned to normal, and I was alone again. The tattoo on my chest was still there, though it was now black and not shining anymore. Yes, I knew what I had to do. I left that room and walked back to the center of Dublin. I knew I couldn't run forever, but I didn't know how to attract the old woman, the witch. So I decided to do the most obvious thing and stood in an open place and play sight. And began to shout, "Witch!" And then everyone thought I was crazy. I was waiting for the witch, but who appeared was a man in the suit. What are you doing, Faust? I know she is always watching me, so if I shout in the same place for a while, I'm sure she will find me. Witch! Don't be stupid, boy. You need to escape. Escape to where? Until when? If that crazy old witch wants me, she will need to come get me. Witch! This is not just about you. If she gets what she wants, many people will suffer. Witch! Stop yelling, boy. I am not death. Faust, run! Shut up! She made a gesture with her cane, and the poor man rose above the ground. I can break each one of the... Another gesture, and with his legs ooh. Oh! Oh my goodness! Of yours. With small gestures she made, each one of his fingers. Oh my god, body. And kill you infinite times. And you still will not have had what you deserve. For having killed my son. What? I'm sorry, there was nothing else I could do. As soon as my son gets a new body, he will change the past. Each one of his descendants, yours and your children, with that woman, all Fausts. What? All of them will no longer exist. And my son and I will have had the life that you denied us. She made one last gesture with the hand, and his neck was... Oh my god, that woman was dangerous. I hadn't understood what she wanted to do with me. But I knew I had to face her head on. I rushed... Wait. I couldn't move any muscle in my body. Your luck is that I need your whole body. Those were the last words I heard before passing out. I woke up without knowing for how long I'd been sleeping. I was laid down, arms outstretched. Behind my head, a tombstone under an old tree, around me, symbols drawn with some sort of white powder. Guys, more cocaine? Back to me, facing the moon, was the witch. I tried to move, but my body was paralyzed. What is this place? Under the ground, immediately below you, is the same position. In the same position are the bones of my son. It's been too long, hundreds of years. We waited so long for this moment. Finally, I will be able to fix it all, to make it right, to change the past. What are you talking about? And what do I have to do with all this? When my son died 666 years ago, I started a ritual. A ritual which last step must be done by him, using your body. The body that was supposed to be his. What do you mean was supposed to be his? That man with green eyes is the father of my son. When we allowed my son to get killed by the church, he broke the fate of our heritage. I was supposed to have grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Instead, I watched the lineage of that woman proliferate, a Catholic woman whom he married. You are a descendant of that man, Faust. Oh, born of this... So this is just a family grudge. Great, I'm in the middle of family feud. You should have been the reincarnation of him. Reincarnation does not exist. It is, as I told you, it makes no difference whether you believe it or not. After all this banter with selling your soul and other things, you still doubt what you see? What was the point of getting me to sell my soul then? I am crazy. I must be crazy. When my son died, I have imprisoned a part of his soul with me. And the part of his soul that had a bond with that man, I've abandoned. And the part that is within you. So is this why I always felt incomplete? Yes, but you'll be whole pretty soon. Although you won't remember anything. When the soul of my son takes over your body, his personality will take precedence over yours. I want nothing of that man in my son. When he and I get together again, he will use this dagger to complete the ritual. And history shall be rewritten. What? Why are you doing this only now? It needed to be today. Today is the day that my son died, the anniversary of his death. I've kept my eye on you for a long time. Do you remember the first time you saw me? At the bus stop? No, the first time was just a moment before that. You were born on the same day as my son. That's all I needed, thank you. Okay, why are you telling me all this? One of the conditions for the ritual is that we know exactly what is being done. Condition I have just fulfilled to the letter. I followed you from afar since the day you were born. I guaranteed that your life was the most tedious possible. So wait, the reason why I have such a boring life is because of you. This makes no sense. This is so weird. After all, I needed you to make the pact. So you would end up selling as much of your soul as possible. The less soul you have in this body of yours, the easier it shall be for my son to take control over your personality. I have 130% of a soul, so I have way more soul than the average person, thank you. The only problem is that I've failed terribly on this. I could not foresee that the little witch was going to show up. What little witch? And fill your soul with the energy of love. It was going to be risky. My son must be stronger than you to overcome your personality and take control of your body. But it has to be today. I shall trust my boy. If you do not resist, it will be less painful. Ow! That dagger is massive! She stuck the dagger right into my left hand. Ah! I felt an excruciating pain. It was terrible. I could scream, but I could not struggle. In fact, it was painful anyways. Her voice sounded distant, very distant. I opened my eyes. It was like I was at the bottom of the endless ocean. I wondered if I was dying. You're still alive? Who are you? My name is Kedrick. My mother must already have spoken to you about me. What do you want from me? I thought you already knew that. My mother wants to put me in your body, and she also wants me to take over your mind. Where am I? We are inside your mind. In this exact moment, we are sharing your body. Friendly? For now. The ritual has begun. Do not fight. And why would I do that? We can make a deal. Deal? I hate my mother. That manipulative hell of a witch. She kept me prisoner all this time. She just wants to have control over everything. I have no intention of following her plan, and I don't believe we can live as one whole. But we can share the same body? One of us might always be in control? Which one of us, you or me? It depends on who has the strongest will. It's not so bad. The one that is not in control can still be heard. I don't want this. Don't trust him, Faust. How did you come here? Your mother had enslaved me, but I made a deal with the cute witch, Faust's soulmate. Peg? She knows about this? She knows about the pact? She knows much more than you, silly boy. Faust, it is true that he hates his mother, but he has no intention of letting you take any kind of control. All this time, Trapped made his ego too strong. As soon as he gets on your body, he will trap your personality. You must fight him. How do I do that? That tattoo on your chest will hold him back. I should have known. A seal to keep me with him, so he is complete and has control over me. But first, you must defeat him. I'll help you. I'll give you my energy, but there's one thing you need to know. If you use my energy, I will follow you. I'll be with you until the day you die, maybe even later. And how do I know I can trust you? It's quite simple, Faust. You believe. And if you believe, you know. That's not true, but okay. Fair enough, let's go. She came close to me, placed both hands in my head, and hugged me. I felt a wave of energy and confidence going into me, and she disappeared. All right, Cedric, do you want my mind? Come and get it. You're brave, Faust. You are really a part of me. My body and soul are mine. A curved sword made of light appeared in his hands. This is your end, Faust. Say goodbye. Jumping at me, he struck as hard as he could. But before he could hit me, something stopped him. What is this? It is a barrier of your will. That is why it was necessary for you to sell a large part of your soul. Cedric created an energy sword and walked towards me. You do not have enough power to stop me. I started to feel something in my chest. My tattoo started to glow. What's happened? What's happening? That's when I saw it. Right in front of my eyes, like a movie. Cedric's story. Now I remember how you died. I remember how I died. How you died. My father, your father. He tried to protect you. He tried to save us, but the Inquisition. They wanted the son of the witch dead. Yes, that's what happened. My mother hasn't always been evil, the evil witch she is now. She used to make only little spells with her power. To make the harvest prosper, heal the sick, give strength to the hunters. When I died, then she fell in disgrace. The kind of magic that she does today requires much more energy that a person can have, and she made several choices not too ethical. The turning point was when she fell in love with my father. He was not a bad person, but he had another family. My mother was just a mistress to him, but he still loved me. I remember he tried to protect me. He died trying. My mother could not accept it, and then she put that curse on my father so that his soul would never rest, and began a ritual to change the past. Yes, a ritual with a horrible price. Hundreds of thousands of souls. The last step of the ritual was to bring me back on the anniversary of my death so I could rewrite the history with blood. Alter reality, correct, as she spoke. Cedric, I am you and you are me. Yes, but I've been alone for so long. Stuck! My mind has more room inside of yours, and I want to be free. I'm sorry, Faust, but I'll take your body and my mind for me. You may try. He came at me, brandished the sword again. I was expecting the blow when my tattoo began to shine again. What is that? This tattoo was made to contain mental forms. She has absorbed me and now will absorb Cedric. Arrgh! He was completely sucked into it. I felt it. My consciousness was coming back. Back to my body. I woke up. I was in control, and there were two voices in my head. How good it feels to be free from the grasp of that old witch. Damn, I was imprisoned here! Don't be such a child, Cedric. It is not that bad. You'll see. My son, is that you? Faust, concentrate. Let Cedric take control. You can take the control back later. Just concentrate on your tattoo. I focused on the tattoo. It began to shine. My eyes rolled, and my body jerked in a spasm. When the spasm ceased, it was not my voice that was coming out of my mouth anymore. Yes, Mother, it's me. Here it is, son. Complete the ritual. Use your blood to rewrite history. I found myself looking at the dagger as if I were considering what to do. My chest began to glow again. A female form began to leave my chest. A well-known form. That's not gonna happen, witch. Are you free? How's that possible? You do not need to know. What you need to know is that you lost. You lost at the moment you tried to enslave a free spirit. I do not know what you expect to do. My son is with me now. We will complete the ritual. I saw myself throwing the book away. And plunging the dagger into her heart? What? Why? Arrgh! You've imprisoned me for all this time. You could have let me go in peace. I would have lived again. But it would not have been you, my son. Die for once, witch. After some time, many people come to this pub. However, none of them are ordinary people. Ordinary people just don't see it. They go by without even noticing the pub. Only the insane, the restless, and misfits find this place. Take the man sitting in front of me, for example. He was born with missing a part of himself. I knew I'd see you again, fellow. You really seem to know more than enough. You can't imagine how much. Ask for a beer, Faust. I'm just gonna have people talking my heads. I'm just crazy now. Now that part of himself is trapped within a tattoo. Did you come to meet her this time? She's always around looking for you. Faust, you came! I'm starting to think that this staying in your body won't be so bad after all. Quiet, Cedric. Don't ruin the mood. Of course I came. I was afraid it might had not worked. You know, the tattoo. Your first magical tattoo worked extremely well, dear. Sadly, I was defeated by a beginner. No hard feelings, Cedric. You can also hear them? Everyone in this pub can hear him, Faust. Am I the only one who doesn't know anything? Pretty much. Yeah, Faust, you're the one who doesn't know anything. But in time, you'll get the hang of it. And that was Soul Gambler! Wow, that was a quick game. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed Soul Gambler. Like I said, it was just a little thing to kind of short game to play for the channel, and hope you enjoyed it. So if you did like the series, remember to share it with your friends. And if you liked the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.